wonderful food and kitchen innovations for you this hour. Welcome in this evening to HSN. My name is Leslie. I'm joined by one of our resident food kitchen experts, Kelly Diedring. What we have for you here is something that you may want to consider in the new year because we're all looking to make small changes, maybe eat healthier, prepare more foods at home, save more money. It is a food dehydrator from a company whose motto is unprocess your food. That's called Dash. And you know, in the olden days, when people didn't have supermarkets and convenience like that, when we didn't have refrigerators and deep freezers, how would they preserve their foods?
Number one way.
They would leave them out on a tile. They would let them dehydrate in the sun and they'd be able to extend their life. Well, think about your fruit dehydrating, right? Strawberries, blueberries. Imagine your jerkies, venison for you hunters out there, turkey jerky, instead of all the salt,
fishermen,
the preservatives, all of the sugar in there, all of the things, those mystery ingredients that you're buying. Imagine your sweet potato for your puppies and dog treats. Now you can do it at home. Now I've got 3 different colors in this, red, aqua, and black. We do have a book available for you with 400 recipes for dehydrating. So if you're interested, stay with us. You're gonna love this presentation. I think I need one of these now.
You do need one of these.
Welcome, Kelly Diedring.
Hi, hello. There's no better way to starting the new year off right than to get healthy by dehydrating. What are some of the reasons we dehydrate? To preserve your fruits and vegetables and your meats and fish, to get rid of the sugar, to get rid of the sodium, to get rid of the carb, to preserve maybe your herbs if you're dehydrating stevia. If you know a hunter or fisherman in your life and they do not own a dehydrator, they're not a real hunter or fisherman. They all own a dehydrator. Because what do you do with a whole deer? You have to store the venison. If you can't freeze that big, you know, all that much meat, you dehydrate it. Look at all the different types of jerky we have. This one is one of my favorites. This is like a candied bacon. You can dehydrate your bacon and then you can add a little bit of brown sugar or maple syrup to it. It tastes like candy, my friend. This is just traditional beef, okay? So you can dehydrate your beef. I just recommend that you slice it thin and dip it in your favorite marinating steak sauce, whatever that is, and then dehydrate it overnight. You get the most decadent jerky that does not, let me repeat, does not contain 670 milligrams of sodium.
Oh my gosh.
In a single serving of prepackaged jerky. If you are watching your sodium, if you are watching your sugars, if you are watching what goes into your body, this is the best price on a dehydrator I have ever seen.
Well, let's talk about that. By the way, remember, red, aqua, or black. If you want this aqua, though, you have to be quick and possibly order right now before the end of the presentation, 100 remaining. But think about all of the things you can do because it's not just your meat, but it's a world of stuff that you can dehydrate. That's why I'm telling you, pick up the book today.
Most people grab one because they're using it for their own beef jerky because they're sick and tired of paying $15 for a package of jerky that's filled with sodium. That's the #1 reason people get a dehydrator. Then they start looking into it and they go, oh my gosh, I can dehydrate the most healthy snacks for my kids and my grandkids. This is pineapple, dehydrated pineapple. Now, I believe you've never tried this. Is that true?
No, this is true.
Try a dehydrated pineapple, and as you're trying it, I want to tell you that a traditional dehydrated package contains 31 grams of sugar per serving if you purchase it in the store. In the health food store, I use that in air quotes, health food store. This is how much sugar they use when you buy it pre-dehydrated because they have to preserve it. When you dehydrate it yourself, you use 0 grams of sugar.
I wish you could taste it.
0 sugar.
Because it's like candy. Like the
it is
flavor,
natural sugars, right.
The flavor just pops.
That's what we were talking about. So when you eliminate water from your food, when you eliminate moisture from your food, you're giving your food more flavors because what water does is it, you know, no pun intended, waters down our food, right? It sort of mutes the flavors of the things that we're eating. So when you eat, for example, a dehydrated pineapple, it bursts with flavor. It tastes like a piece of candy and all you're eating is a pineapple. Only the natural sugars. If you buy it pre-done, like the apple crisps or the dehydrated banana or the dehydrated pineapple, they add a bunch of sugar as a preservative. You don't need all that sugar. This traditionally should be an incredibly healthy food because a dehydrated pineapple is a dehydrated pineapple. Look at these. This recipe comes included. These are dehydrated apple chips. All we did was add a little sea salt and cinnamon. Oh my goodness. You could eat these by the bagful and they're healthy. This is a healthy alternative and a healthy snack.
And now keep in mind, your
you gotta try
dehydrator will
strawberry.
have 5 different shelves.
5 trays, yep. And what's great about the Dash Dehydrator is it has all the features of the $200 dehydrators for, you know, we're at 45 bucks. It's the best price on a dehydrator I've ever seen.
You get all the flavors of the strawberry that you love.
Yes, and you get all 5 trays.
And I could do different things on each tray.
Different things in each
drooling
tray.
here. It's so good.
And then we also give you precise temperature control. So right down front, you can see most dehydrators say sort of low, medium, high.
Yeah.
Not with Dash. So we go all the way from 105 to 165 degrees.
Okay.
The guide tells you at what temperature you're going to be dehydrating your fruits, your vegetables, your venison, your turkey, your salmon, whatever it is. And this happens to be our strawberries. But before, when I revealed all that different jerky, we did bacon, we did salmon, we did trout, we did turkey jerky.
Oh my gosh,
There's
so
a lot
good.
of people that used to do the chicken jerky for their pets, but when we were getting it from overseas, there was all kinds of issues with it.
You know what I used to get for the dehydrated sweet potato for my dogs?
Dehydrated sweet potato.
They go nuts over it.
They love it, but it's filled with all kinds of things it shouldn't be. Now you have the opportunity to plug this in overnight. You're dehydrating.
Wow.
This is a gluten-free granola.
Wow.
These are corn crisps, so my brother's gluten-free. A lot of things he can't have. One of them is granola because it has like the wheat or the flour. You can do your own granola. Anybody that's camps or is an outdoorsman, you must give them or gift them a dehydrator. And the reason is when you remove water, you're removing weight. If they hike, they can't hike with all of that weight, right?
Right.
So when you dehydrate things, it's a lot lighter. This one is a big one for the kiddos.
Ooh.
And I know you've got a few yourself.
A couple
Look
of
at the fruit leather. Dehydrated fruit leather.
Oh
any fruit of your choosing. So if you choose banana, if you choose strawberry, if you choose apple, just puree it with a little bit of applesauce. The pectin is actually what makes it give it that sticky sort of leather. Is that not the most amazing snack?
Is it banana?
It's banana and applesauce. And that's it. 2 ingredients. Now, if you were to purchase one of these, I mean,
there's probably like no fruit in that
There's
thing,
no
right?
fruit in it. I'm looking for the ingredients. 17 carbs, okay? And you're talking, where are my sugars? 10 grams. 10 grams of sugar in one of them. And one of them is not a snack for anybody. You always eat 2 or 3. You can do your own dehydrated fruit leather. You have all 5 trays, and you can choose all different items, you know, as long as they take about the approximate amount of time.
I'm so excited about this as well, because a lot of us buy in the big box stores as well to get those great deals. You know, how are you preserving that giant thing of berries? How are you preserving the big thing of, you know, plums or pears, whatever it is? You know, please keep in mind we've got few quantities of the book, and basically the book is the Dehydrator Bible. Over 400 recipes. How many did you say, Rocky? Over 100? Under 100 of them, 400 pages in this paperback, beautiful photographs as well. But you have recipes not only to dehydrate, but you're also going to get the recipes on how to use it in your cooking. So ask about the book. It's just $12 additionally on a FlexPay. Remember, the aqua is very limited right now.
And they're beautiful colors. It's the smallest footprint for a dehydrator I've ever seen. If you've ever priced out a dehydrator, they're usually over $100, and they're usually 2 feet high, and they're big and bulky. And most people, that's just cumbersome. They don't want to store that. This is what we call, I think we call it our smart store. Our smart store dehydrator. Because look at the footprint, but you're still getting 5 of those trays. The sky is the limit in terms of dehydrating. Leslie and I were getting crazy. We were like getting all excited about all the things you can do.
Look at the page
your
I
own
just
sun-dried
opened.
tomatoes.
Sun-dried tomatoes.
Can you
so
imagine?
good.
So when you purchase sun-dried tomatoes, I'm gonna grab my salad.
And they're expensive, aren't they?
They're expensive and they're covered and smothered in oil, right? And maybe they have too much basil or not enough cilantro. You can do it to your own spices and seasonings. Just rub it with a little olive oil, your favorite salt, pepper, cilantro, or basil, and you're good to go. And you can even gift these away.
And like many at-home devices, you know, you're in control. You know, you decide how much olive oil you want. You decide how much salt, how much sugar you want. So it's such a genius item. I didn't know I needed one until I got here today.
I think I need one.
This is just $11 on any credit card. This is free shipping and handling. There's 0 risk to try, but I do have to tell you, I've got 1,400 of these, right, Rocky? Is that just 1,400 to go around? So 300 of you in the ordering process. Please order quickly. A zucchini chip?
Salt and vinegar zucchini crisp. I love me some salt and vinegar.
So good.
I could eat a whole bag of salt and vinegar potato chips. Guess what? My waistline does not like me eating a whole bag of salt and vinegar potato chips. But I just soak these in vinegar for an hour, give it a little drizzle of sea salt, and then I have salt and vinegar zucchini crisps, which are virtually carb-free.
Yeah.
Is that not
like,
crazy?
If you follow that points thing, that's like 0 points.
That's 0 points.
Listen here, too, because I don't even like zucchini.
I know, but it doesn't taste like it, right?
No,
when you remove the water and you remove the moisture from things, you pack the natural flavors back in. Moisture and water is actually what mutes our food. Without being funny, it waters down our food. It takes away some of the flavors. This is a really good one. How about kale crisps? You hear that crunch? Oh my gosh. A lot of people eat potato chips or cheese doodles or little snacks in the bag because they like that crunch.
What did you put on these?
This is kale with a little nutritional yeast and some sea salt.
Oh, so it tastes cheesy.
Yeah, so it has a little bit of a cheese. But can you hear that crunch?
You can hear it on my mic.
Is that not the most amazing crisp? I mean,
I should probably not eat this because it's going to go all over my teeth for the rest of the hour. But that's just it. You know, there's a world of things and foods that people have been dehydrating forever. And this has been mostly something that people, health food, enthusiasts, hikers, campers,
but you don't have to be like what I would call a granola mom to do it.
No.
It's just healthy.
Think about that and how much money you're saving because everything packaged is so much more expensive, Kelly. Not to mention dehydrators.
No.
Those are really expensive.
They're over $100 and that's on sale. I mean, and they're big, they're bulky, they're cumbersome. Dash has decided let's do away with the cumbersome dehydrator. This is cool. This one, you might roll your eyes at me, but you got to try it. Don't knock it till you try it. If you're going carb-free.
What is that?
Okay, so that's what this is. It is a pizza crust for some carb-free pizza, okay?
What?
I am one that has to watch carbs. I know a lot of people have to watch sodium or sugar, so it depends on what you're watching in terms of your diet, if you're getting healthy. Carbs for me, and we don't do well. I'm always gaining weight when I eat carbs. But when I can do carb-free, this is just a mixture of zucchini and walnut and chia seed and then some spices and seasoning. It basically turns it into a carb-free cracker. So I can use it as a flatbread for a pizza crust. I can use it as a carb-free dipping for a little dip, that I wanted to do at home.
While you're there, look at this.
Great?
Tomato paste leather, salsa leather, barbecue sauce leather, sweet potato, red pepper leather. Final 50 of the book. Look, if you're going to buy the dehydrator, this is $12 more on a credit card flex pay. You got to get the book because, this is new to me. I don't know if it's new to you, but by the way, final 50 in the aqua as well. This is really exciting. I'm sorry I'm very limited. It's a new year almost. New you, try new things because we are all trying to make some lifestyle changes. Maybe you want to save more money this year. Maybe that's your goal. Maybe you want to lose some weight. Maybe you want to watch your sodium, your sugar. This is an easy way to do that in a small unit too, Kelly. It's not taking up a lot of space.
It's a countertop unit. And here's the thing, you guys. When you remove the water, that's all you're doing. You're only removing the water. You're not removing any fiber. You're not removing any vitamins or minerals. Basically, you're leaving all of the nutrition intact. When you cook food, you're cooking out nutrition, right? Because you're heating it. And what does heat do to food? It removes nutrition. When you're dehydrating, the only thing you're eliminating is water. So all of the nutrition is packed into the zucchini, into the jerky, into the pineapple. You've just removed the water from it.
And the fiber's still in it, too.
And the fiber is still in it. So how about doing little lemons? This is little sugared candied lemons for like a lemonade or even for a potpourri.
For dessert,
For dessert as well. You could do this with oranges, grapefruit. You guys, you can't name something you can't dehydrate.
What are these, by the way?
Those are dehydrated beets.
And you know what? Imagine
they make like little beet chips.
You can do
beet
parsnips.
Yes,
you can do potatoes as well.
Okay.
And now we're sold out of the book. Thank you for your calls. Please remember, in the aqua, we are, fewer than 50 now, Rocky? We still have the red. We still have the black. We'll continue going. 4 minutes left in this presentation. Everybody in the ordering process, probably less than 1,000 to go around.
Yeah, you guys have to jump on this if you're even considering it, because honest to goodness, when I start looking up other dehydrators in the marketplace, they're over $100, and they're big and they're cumbersome. This is dehydrated corn kernels, and these are dehydrated edamame or soybeans, and they're crunchy. So again, to the point of the carbs, if you don't want croutons on a salad, but you like that crunch, that crisp on top of a salad,
you hear that?
Yeah, it gives you that crunch or that crisp without giving you the carbs and without giving you the white flours.
The corn almost feels as if it was fried because it's so crispy.
Yeah, because it's so crispy. Also, anybody that's gluten-free, corn, soybean, those types of things, great ways to, to cook for those. And then you were curious about dehydrating nuts. Try it. They still taste like a nut, right?
Okay.
But they pop like a popcorn almost.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've removed any moisture content.
Yeah,
so crunch is almost like, it's crispier. It's almost, like I said, like a potato chip. So when you start to eliminate moisture from your foods, You get this beautiful crispness, you get this beautiful crunch, but you maintain all of the nutrition. And this is actually the way we used to preserve foods hundreds of years ago.
Let me tell you something too, you know, think about this, you know, when you're preserving and dehydrating foods like this, technically you can eat all day.
You can eat all day.
You can eat all day.
You're eating crunchy fruits and vegetables.
I can eat a pound of zucchini chips.
You can eat that whole pizza and not feel guilty.
You know, so think about that, you know, because for me, the problem I have with diets is that I feel like I'm being deprived. But if I'm eating all day, whether it's salad or anything good for me, I'm satisfied. I can lose weight like that.
That's a great point.
I have to be eating constantly. It's just a problem I have.
And imagine taking some salt and vinegar potato or zucchini crisps in a little baggie with you to, you know, to work. That's your snack rather than grabbing the cheese doodles or, you know, whatever's in our green rooms that we're always grabbing. Bring these, you know, crunchies. This one's cool. So this one is what we call a Parmesan. Anybody that's vegan or dairy free, this is a Parmesan cheese made without any dairy. It's actually made with pine nuts and a little nutritional yeast.
I gotta try.
So if you know anybody, there's all kinds of recipes. You know, you might love some of these, you might hate some of these. You might look at some of these and go, I would never do that. But that's the point. You can customize all of your dehydrating.
I want to talk about how long it takes because you do put them on and then you
go to bed or you wake or you go to work.
Well,
so
it's actually really
certain things like the Parmesan only a couple of hours. But if you're talking maybe corn kernels or things with a lot of moisture, maybe like jerky, I would say overnight. But the guide that comes with it actually tells you all of the times and the temperatures, so you're not left guessing. This one to me has revolutionized our family because we don't do sugar in our coffee and we also don't like to do the artificial
by the way, I have to interrupt you. The aqua is now gone. Thank you for your calls. Red and black still remaining. The race is on.
This is dehydrated stevia, so you can grow your own sweeteners. This is, the stevia plant, and then you just grind it up in a blender, or I could just crumble it up into a glass of tea and sweeten my tea naturally. Isn't that crazy? All right, this one is dehydrated parsley, but maybe you love cilantro. You said your cilantro plant was going crazy.
Well, I finally got an herb garden.
Okay.
And now I have too many herbs.
You gotta thin it out. You gotta thin it out. What a better way to dehydrate some herbs, bay leaves, whatever you're growing, whether it's cilantro, basil, rosemary, thyme.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing here?
Oh, this is really sentimental. If there was a funeral, a baby shower, a wedding, and you don't want to lose sort of the bouquet, the corsage, maybe it was your granddaughter's prom or something like that, dehydrate the flowers, you guys, because rather than let them then go brown and lose their moisture on their own, aren't they beautiful? They'll last forever.
That's so beautiful.
Or how about taking a couple of drops of essential oils or your favorite perfume, and that's your potpourri, an all-natural potpourri.
And you made your own.
You made
that
your own.
That would be a great gift as well.
Yeah, put it in a little jar with the tag.
Great idea.
So there's all kinds of, you know, people are like, dehydrating, I don't know, it seems cumbersome. It isn't.
Okay, so we'll tell them the truth.
That was you,
That was me today. Today I walked in, I said, Kelly, why do I need a dehydrator? And she was like, Leslie, it's the coolest thing ever. And now I'm sold. I totally want one.
Now you gotta get this. Oh, it's gone.
It's gone. $11.24 on a credit card. Look, if you didn't get the book, you can still Google recipes for dehydrating. You will find those recipes out there. But you know, this is such a new thing that saves you money, preserves your food, you know, makes you snack healthier. 524-641 is your item number. If you know anybody that does hiking, outdoorsing, hunting, fishing, they love this. And it's a small unit. Doesn't take a bunch of counter space, and also inexpensive. Dehydrators, you can price them out yourself. They're quite expensive a lot of times.
They're $100 to $200 on average, and they're big and they're bulky.
So the jury's in.
Did you eat the corn? The corn is to die for.
Whatever this
the Parmesan. This is dairy-free vegan. If you're vegan or know somebody that is.
It's great.
Parmesan,
So I got about 300 of you in the ordering process with everybody on the line, fewer than 1,000 to go. If you want this, this is so fun. This is so brand new, and it's a brand that you've come to love. It's called Dash. Order it now. 524-641 is your item number.
Okay,
is that it for you?
Dehydrated. That's it for me tonight until tomorrow morning.
Well, you can leave all this stuff here. I'm actually a convert. Thank you very much. Okay, we've got great kitchen deals for you as well. As we get ready for our next item, you can go ahead and peruse our own kitchen store and save up to 40% off your kitchen must-haves. Lots of favorites, some of our top-selling brands as well, some of your favorites that maybe you waited on. Now you can go ahead and get them.